The Fox 61 News at 10 starts now.
We are following breaking news off the top here at 10 in Spencer, Massachusetts, where we've just learned less than 20 minutes ago a police officer has been shot during an active investigation in the area. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
I'm Annette Montgomery. Now take a look at your screen. This investigation is happening off of Route 9 in the Big Y Plaza. Spencer police say Route 9 is closed in both directions.
Now, right now, you're looking at video from the scene. According to the Millbury police chief, the shooting happened around 7:40 tonight while officers were responding to a barricaded suspect in Spencer. A Millbury police officer, who is also a member of a SWAT team, was shot multiple times. That officer was taken to the hospital and is currently listed as stable. Millbury is about 30 minutes away from Spencer. We'll continue to bring you updates as soon as we receive them. We are also following breaking news from Kentucky tonight, where Senator Mitch McConnell has been hospitalized with flu-like symptoms.
The senator's office says he has checked himself into a Louisville hospital. Now, the 83-year-old Republican is being treated, quote, out of an abundance of caution and remains in contact with his staff. McConnell is the longest-serving Senate party leader. He announced last year he won't seek re-election and plans to finish his term in January of 2027. Over the years, he has faced multiple medical episodes, including falls and a childhood bout of polio, but his team says his prognosis is positive and he looks forward to returning to Senate business. And for the latest breaking developments, you can stay with Fox 61 on air and online at fox61.com. You can also download our free news app by scanning the QR code on your screen. Well, it felt like a nice thaw today with temperatures finally reaching above freezing.
Felt pretty good after what we've been through, but big changes are on the way again. Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank is here now with the first check of the forecast. Rach?
Yeah, enjoy this little thaw while it lasts, because we do have even colder air on the way for this weekend. So even though it will still be chilly outside tonight, we've only issued these weather impact alerts when we think the cold weather will impact your life the most. So the next alert that we have will be Friday morning, with temperatures that will be in the single digits to near zero, and all weekend long with sub-zero wind chills and the coldest air that we've seen so far this season. So keep that in mind, and we'll talk more about what's happening this weekend before you make those outdoor plans. Here's a look at the numbers right now. Teens to right around 20 degrees, and overnight lows not near zero tonight, but 10 for the Hartford area, 21 for the New Haven area, and around 6. So still cold, though, to start off the day for many areas in the state. You still need all the layers. By noon, temperatures are in the upper 20s. We'll see plenty of sunshine out there. And again, temperatures will be close to 30 degrees. We'll kind of have a redo on Thursday, but then it turns a bit colder heading into Friday morning. We also have the chance for a little bit of snow. And then following that, we will see those temperatures plunge for the weekend. We'll talk all about it. Your full forecast is coming up.
And because of that weather, the state's cold weather protocol has now been extended through February 10th. That means if you need transportation to a shelter or other resources, you can call 211 or visit 211ct.org.
Well, new here at 10, another Connecticut town is cracking down on drivers who illegally pass school buses. Tonight, Vernon passed a new ordinance to fine drivers who break the law.
Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot was at the meeting and has a reaction from people who live there.
After a unanimous vote by the Vernon Town Council, speed cameras will be installed onto school buses to catch drivers who drive right by the stop arm.
Yes. Thank you.
Tuesday night's public hearing came after numerous complaints were brought to the Town Council about people not obeying bus stop arms.
Countless times, mostly because I'm there by myself in the middle of the road, but cars will come flying by me while I'm standing in the middle of the road with the stop sign on.
Each camera will have a license plate reader. Any driver who illegally passes a school bus could be fined $250. That money will go towards the town's public safety fund and camera maintenance. One crossing guard in Vernon says this ordinance will make a big difference.
It's a good thing for the buses too, because if they don't see me in the road, they're not going to see a little tiny kid, and it's very dangerous.
James Mello says he sees more distracted drivers in the morning.
I see people just speeding and not paying attention, and That's a lot of it is not paying attention what's going on.
Vernon Public School Superintendent Dr. Joseph McCary says this decision was a no-brainer.
I want to say that any policy, any law, or any ordinance that improves the safety of students in and out of schools is something that we should do.
There were some questions raised if you're not the offender or if a kid is in the picture. Town leaders say those images will be deleted from the system. In Vernon, Kate Pattyfoot, Fox 61.
Thank you, Kay. Well, this legislative session, which runs through early May, is considered a short session and will last only 13 weeks because it is a gubernatorial election year. Now, top issues right now include how to respond to federal funding cuts, whether to extend the governor's emergency spending authority, and renewed debates over immigration enforcement. Lawmakers will also revisit proposals that regulate social media and facial recognition technology. That session must wrap up by midnight May 6th before campaign season fully takes over.
And ahead of the session, Governor Ned Lamont is proposing a new rebate aimed at easing the burden of high energy costs. He's expected to formally present the plan to lawmakers tomorrow at the Capitol. The proposal would provide a $200 rebate per person to help offset rising utility bills and inflation. The governor's office says more than 2 million people could benefit: single filers who earn up to $200,000 and joint filers who earn up to $400,000 would qualify. Lamont says the rebates would be funded by diverting money from the state's budget reserve fund, a move that will require bipartisan support and could face pushback from both parties. This legislative session, affordability is expected to be a big topic, and this is what Lamont had to say about it last week during the Connecticut Business and Industry Association's Economic Summit.
We're working hard on energy. That's more important now than ever before, not just because of the high price, but because our economy is changing. And manufacturing, which is a big piece of our growth, by the way, if you look at the numbers, is more energy intensive than ever before.
High electricity costs remain a top issue as we head into the 2026 election, with lawmakers expected to debate the proposal during the short legislative session. Join us tomorrow at noon as we bring you the governor's State of the State address. You can watch it right here on Fox 61. We'll also stream it on Fox 61 Plus. Download it now on your smart TV and watch for free.
Well, new tonight, an inmate at the Garner Correctional Institution in Newtown was found unresponsive in his cell early yesterday morning, according to officials. They say correctional staff began life-saving measures before the individual was taken by ambulance to a local hospital. That's where he was later pronounced dead. The Department of Correction and Connecticut State Police are now investigating, and at this time, no additional details have been released.
All right, the time is 10:08, and right now you're getting a live look at the White House, where President Trump signed a funding bill earlier today that allowed the federal government to fully reopen. The partial federal shutdown began over the weekend, and roughly $1.2 trillion package funds, the $1.2 trillion package funds most federal agencies through September 30th. The fight is not over, though. Funding for the Department of Homeland Security was extended for just 2 weeks. Democratic leaders are demanding tighter restrictions, while Republicans say they expect a deal before the February 13th deadline.
Police in Maine have now identified 4 of the 6 people killed in last month's plane crash at Bangor International Airport. The victims include 3 people from Texas and 1 from Hawaii. The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner is now working to confirm the identities of the 2 remaining victims. That crash happened January 25th when a jet went down shortly after takeoff, caught fire, and came to rest upside down. Federal investigators with the NTSB and FAA remain on scene as this investigation continues.
Developing tonight, officials in Arizona are searching for the 84-year-old mother of Today Show co-anchor Savannah Guthrie. They say Nancy Guthrie was taken from her Tucson home against her will. Police say blood was found inside the home. Sheriff's officials say she was last seen Saturday night and could be in danger without her medication. Investigators are treating the case as a kidnapping after citing signs of forced entry. Savannah Guthrie has asked the public for prayers as the investigation continues. Well, also developing tonight in West Haven, where 1 person is hurt after a house fire. Fox 61's Valerie Moravi has been on the scene since we first broke the news to you at 5 o'clock and has the latest developments.
I spoke with several of the people who lived in the home, and they said they're just glad they all made it out safely. 3 families, including 7 adults and 4 children, are now displaced after the home caught a fire Tuesday afternoon.
All 3 floors in the back is destroyed.
The West Haven Fire Department says it responded to the home on Elm Street around 3 p.m. Once there, firefighters say they saw heavy smoke coming from the back of the house. Lamar Creddle's one of the people who now need a place to stay. He wasn't at the house when the fire started, but he says he's glad everybody else made it out safely.
Well, I'm just happy everybody made it out safe, to be honest. Material, that's a material thing. That could be anything in the house could be replaced,
Due to the fire conditions and the cold weather, firefighters issue a second alarm so more crews could be brought in. 1 person was treated for a minor injury, but no firefighters were hurt. While these families watched the home being destroyed by the fire, Credo says their landlord stopped by it as soon as he could to make sure everyone was okay.
That was his main priority. He didn't care about nothing else but his tenants. We was able to go back in the house, get some stuff. We needed more stuff. We had to ask. They had to clear it first for us to go in.
Yeah, the roads are now back open and the cause of the fire remains under investigation. Reporting in West Haven, Valerie Moravi, Fox 61.